Right now at 5:30, a fallen Richmond police officer set to be laid to rest today as thousands plan to attend his funeral at the EKU campus.
On this Veterans Day, many will honor those who served our country in events going on around the Commonwealth.
And authorities investigating after a plane crash killed 9 people in Akron, Ohio.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. Here we are on November 11th. It is Veterans Day. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. And it's shaping up to be a decent day, but we're definitely planning for a little bit of action later tonight.
That's something we'll watch as we anticipate wind, especially tonight. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, we're going to be tracking those storms later on tonight. This morning is pretty calm and quiet, though. And look, much of your Wednesday is going to be calm and quiet. It gets toward midnight that you actually see some of those storms move on in. 32 degrees right now in Corbin. 38 now in Lexington. Two things you're going to have to contend with this morning. Number one, a little fog issue, patchy fog here and there. Not everybody's seeing that, but also some frost there on the windshields as you wake up and head out and about. 63 by the afternoon. We warm very, very rapidly, and we get a roughly 30-degree swing from morning to afternoon in most locations. Off into the night, you can see I would say a couple of hours before midnight, maybe 10, 11 a.m. is when you can see the first storms, and that goes throughout the night, guys. We'll show you that coming up and show you the effects of it in just a few minutes.
All right, see you then. Thank you.
Well, happening today, thousands of people will be in Richmond to say their final goodbyes to a fallen police officer as he is laid to rest.
Officer Daniel Ellis died Friday after he was shot by a suspect during a robbery investigation. Thousands are expected to attend his funeral on the Eastern Kentucky University campus later this morning. WKYT's Mark Barber joins us live from Alumni Coliseum, where Officer Ellis's funeral will begin at 11. Mark?
Good morning, Bill. This will certainly be a very difficult day for many as Officer Daniel Ellis is given a final hero's farewell. Now this morning, many buildings here on EKU's campus are lit with blue light, as you can see with the water tower here behind EKU's Coliseum. It's to honor this fallen officer who served this community for 7 years. The 33-year-old officer died Friday, 2 days after police say that he was shot in the head by a robbery suspect on Ballard Drive. Thousands of people in the community and officers from around the country are expected at his funeral today, which is expected to start at 11 at EKU's Alumni Coliseum. The university has canceled classes until 4:30 this afternoon, and all other Madison County schools have also called off classes today to honor Officer Ellis. His funeral procession will begin at 1 and will wind its way through Richmond before heading south on I-75. The procession will exit at US 25 in Mount Vernon. It will then follow highways 461 and 80 to Somerset, where it is expected to arrive between 2 and 3 this afternoon. The procession will then follow the Cumberland Parkway to Highway 127, and it's expected to arrive at the cemetery in Adair County around 4. As you would expect, parking will be limited for today's services in Richmond, and there will be some road closures. Coming up on WKYT at 6, we'll explain which roads will be closed today, as well as where you can park to catch a shuttle to the funeral services here at Alumni Coliseum. Again, it all begins at 11 a.m. Live in Richmond, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. And in honor of the fallen officer, a special tribute is being planned for him this weekend. Officer Ellis was a huge fan of baseball, so his friends have organized a special softball tournament in Richmond on Saturday. It will raise money for his family. His friends say it's the least they can do to make sure that his memory is never forgotten.
I think it'd be awesome if we could make this an annual tournament, and so that, not to say that people are going to forget about it, but just to keep it fresh in everybody's mind year after year. And with all the proceeds continuing to go to the Ellis family, and it could be, you know, a college fund for his kid.
Officer Ellis's favorite baseball team, by the way, made a special gesture in his honor. The New York Yankees sent a red, white, and blue flower arrangement for his funeral. They say they try to honor every fallen officer, a small token of thanks for their sacrifices. And remember, also on WKYT.com, you'll be able to watch Officer Ellis's funeral live this morning beginning at 11 o'clock.
We are tracking the investigation into a fire at a Southern Kentucky plant that sent multiple fire crews to the scene. The fire started around 6:30 last night at CTA Acoustics in Corbin. A viewer shared an eyewitness photo showing smoke rising from the building. No injuries were reported. CTA says that the fire started in an exhaust system in one of their ovens. The building was evacuated safely. Damage was minimal. The company does not expect major disruption to their operations. Employees, they say, should report to work as scheduled. And if you remember back in 2003, the explosion at the old CTA Acoustics facility in Corbin killed 7 people and injured dozens more.
The time this morning is 5:36, and new this morning, a fugitive out of eastern Kentucky has been killed in a shootout with West Virginia State Police. Police are telling us that Dale Maverick Hudson and Peggy Chaffin were both opened fire on them when troopers tried to arrest them. Hudson was killed, Chaffin was injured. Police say Chaffin was wanted in eastern Kentucky for walking away from a halfway house. Hudson was wanted in eastern Kentucky on parole violation charges.
A man is in custody for 2 Louisville murders, and his age has shocked many people just as much as the crimes he's accused of. Jervin Hazelwood is 18 years old and is accused of killing 2 men in the same day. Officers think the murders were a result of robberies gone wrong. One of the victims' families says that they were glad to have closure but sad to learn of Hazelwood's age. His mother pleaded in court for her son to be under house arrest until the case moves forward. She was denied.
Anytime we can bring closure to a family, anytime we can resolve a case, especially a case like this where you're taking somebody that has already committed 2 murders and they're still out on the street and you're able to wrap that investigation up and get them off the street and get them arrested, there's satisfaction in doing that.
Well, police say Hazelwood confessed to both crimes. He's now being held on a $1 million bond. Developing this morning, investigators are still trying to confirm how many people were on board a business jet that crashed in northeast Ohio on Tuesday. That plane can carry 10 people, and it crashed into an apartment building. Don Champion has the latest on the investigation.
A mass fatality team will begin work at the site of this business jet crash in Akron, Ohio this morning.
This is a very complex situation, and it needs to be done very carefully, and everything needs to be documented well, which is one of the reasons that we're going to wait until morning light.
Officials still have not confirmed how many people were on board the plane when it crashed into an apartment building at a house. The owner of the jet says 10 people were on board. No one on the ground was killed. A neighbor was recording video on her cell phone when the plane crashed. 911 calls quickly poured in.
I'm positive you guys already called, but an airplane just crashed into these houses right in front of me.
The plane, a Hawker business jet, was flying from the Dayton, Ohio area when it went down about 2 miles away from the Akron-Fulton International Airport.
I don't know. I'm not a pilot, but just from what I saw, it looked like he really wanted to try to pull out, and at that time he was just too low.
The NTSB and FAA are sending investigators to the scene. Don Champion, CBS News.
And there is no word if the pilot made a mayday call before that crash.
As fallout continues at the University of Missouri, threats posted online caused some panic overnight. People posted numerous threats of violence toward students on the social media site Yik Yak, prompting university officials to increase security across Central Missouri's campus. The threats came after 2 of the school's top officials resigned over allegations they improperly handled discriminatory events on campus.
Lexington Corrections officers will soon see an increase in their paychecks. According to our partners at the Herald-Leader, the city and corrections officers reached an agreement for a pay hike. The raise will be 2.6%. The Urban County Council will give a final vote on the new contract in coming weeks. City leaders hope that this will help them keep more of the corrections officers, since turnover has been an issue for them in years past. Well, today many people will be joining together across the Commonwealth to honor those who have served our country on this Veterans Day.
Events are planned all around the Commonwealth, and WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is joining us live from downtown Lexington with more on today's events. Michelle?
Yeah, you can honor those who have served our country here at Phoenix Park in downtown Lexington. Now, the ceremony will take place at 11 o'clock today at the memorial statue here at the park. The event will honor those who have risked their lives to save our country. Now, there will also be an event at the EKU Veterans Memorial, which is between the Powell and Wallace buildings on campus. The university is taking part in the National Roll Call, where volunteers read the names of all service members who have died in the line of duty since 9/11. The ceremony ceremony is from 6:30 this morning until 1:30. EKU has been recognized nationally as being one of the top military-friendly schools in the country. It is home to more than 1,500 military-affiliated schools. Or students, rather. Now, the ceremony here at Phoenix Park will take place at 11 o'clock and is expected to last about 20 to 30 minutes. Live in Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Michelle, thank you. And in honor of veterans, many companies will be giving out deals at participating locations today. You can take advantage of several restaurant deals. Fazoli's offering a free pasta bowl, while Bob Evans has free breakfast items. At IHOP, you can grab a free order of red, white, and blue pancakes today. As for other deals, Jiffy Lube offering a free oil change to veterans. The Newport Aquarium is giving out free admission, and Daniel Boone National Forest is waiving its admission fees at several of its recreation areas. So just a token of appreciation to those who have served or are serving. Yeah. Our time this morning is 5:41 on WKYT. Time to check live drive traffic this morning and see how things are moving along bright and early on your Wednesday.
Looking pretty good. A lot of green out there. That means that traffic is moving along just fine. A little bit of downtown construction that could potentially impact your commute, but no real issues. Some people actually have Veterans Day off today, so I know the banks, some of them are closed. So.
Some closures, right, but many places will be operating normally. Everybody be careful out there. Considerable fog around the Clays Ferry Bridge this morning, and certainly on approach to that, so keep that in mind this morning because of the fog that's formed over the waterway there, the Kentucky River. A lot more news coming up for you on WKYT this morning.
Staying pretty dry this morning. It is chilly out there this morning. You wouldn't expect severe weather once you step out the door and feel the feel, but trust me, that warmer air is coming, and so are these storms. I'll have that forecast coming up next.